Hello everybody and welcome to another video of Happy Life. So we're continuing our time management series. In our previous video we have discussed about the generations of time management. The first generation, that is to-do list. Second generation, that is going for calendars, appointment books, etc. The third generation is setting priorities, and in this video we'll discuss everything about the fourth generation, the evolving generation that is still going on, that is called the fourth generation of time management, or the fourth level of time management. We have already discussed about the third generation of time management, one of the best generation that still exists to carry out all our activities and achieve our goal, where we prioritize instead of doing everything instinctively or like a reaction kind of thing. We're planning, we're prioritizing. One of the best generation of time management. But with that, people start feeling that they are very good at time management. They are forgetting about the spontaneity of their life. They are starting to be getting alienated from their near and dear ones, or alienated from some kind of social environment, or from their family also. They are very much oriented towards their goals, achievements, without caring something about their life, caring something about their family or relationships. Here where the fourth generation of time management takes over the third generation. With the third generation, they completely get stressed and burnt out with all the great time management methods they use. They start to become a machine or robot of time management instead of being human. Being human means to be spontaneous. I'll tell you one story. There was some famous person who was too great in his time management, or too diligent in his time management schedule. So one day in his kitchen, after he was taking his breakfast, he saw he was very much due for his office. So while having his breakfast, he saw some kind of a small fire in his kitchen. But since he was some kind of slave of time management, since he was very particular about his time management or schedule, he just ignored it and went away. And while he came, his house was completely burnt. This is what happens in real life. We start to be non-spontaneous. We start to be some kind of a programmed robot instead of enjoying life as a human, instead of behaving as a human. And after that, we see that we're not developing our life. We start getting destroy all time management system, come back to again first generation or second generation. So in fourth generation, we start living spontaneously. We start having some free time. We start doing looking after ourselves. Instead of managing time, we start managing ourselves. We don't pack our time or our calendar too much, and don't prioritize our schedules. We start to schedule our priorities. We start to give some time as a human to our family, to our society. We start to believe that relationships are much more important for our future production capability or future productivity, or for our own personal goals, than mere doing our daily jobs. Reserving some time for our own development, for sharpening the saw. In the management terms, we say it as sharpening the saw, or some time to develop our production capability or to develop our skills, instead of just going on doing our work according to the schedule or time. We start reserving some amount of time to sharpen the saw, which will in turn make us much more efficient and productive, and which will in turn again save more time for us, which we can use for many other things. So in this fourth generation, we start to become more proactive. We start to focus on planning things quite before, than to face the situation at the last moment and making it into an emergency. We start getting somewhat wise. We start understanding that always being faster in life doesn't mean it is right. We start finding our rhythm. We go easy and relax. We enjoy our spontaneous moment of life. We start increasing our area of influence versus the area of concern. Regarding that area of influence and concern, we'll have one more video for getting that clarity. Well, basically the area of influence is the area where we have our influence, where we can do something about it, where we can change. And area of concern is those things where we have no control. And we gradually increase our area of influence in this fourth generation of time management by having some time for our self-development, having some time for creating better relationships in our life. And then that we start understanding, start giving preference to that factor of importance of work instead of urgency of work. We stop firefighting, we start planning and doing our important works. For that, there is something called a time management matrix, or sometimes it is also called as Eisenhower matrix. We'll have a separate video in detail for that. Just for your information, this fourth generation of time management increases or tells us to spend or increase size of the quadrant 2 in that time management matrix. So in our next video, we'll discuss about time management matrix, one of the inevitable thing in time management, that is deciding what kind of work user will spend time based on their importance and their urgency. So friends, this is what I have to discuss in this video about the fourth generation. What's your take? What's your ideas? Please share in the comment section. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Happy Life for getting more of such videos. Thank you.